What's up, y'all? Reggie here, The Fitness Tutor, coming at you with another video. I want to officially start my food review playlist, our caloric intake review playlist, because some of this stuff is probably going to be barely considered food by some people. But, kind of wanted to start this a while back, and I was always kind of like, I need to wait until I get a little bit leaner or whatever, because the internet is kind of, they're going to have some stuff to say if I'm eating junk and I'm still looking kind of soft and pudgy or whatever by internet fitness standards. But, that's nothing but fear. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to do what I want to do, have a little fun. And, I could do everything perfect and look quote unquote perfect, and people are still going to hate and have something to say about what I'm doing. So screw you. But, I did a little video review of Takis on my personal page last night. And they were just these regular, well, not regular, but the Fuegos, right? And I give them like a 4 out of 5 as far as hot goes, because they have that extreme label on there. I like hot stuff. I'm not like some crazy tolerable person, Habanero is hot for me. I don't know if I put that video up with me eating a ghost pepper for the first time a couple years ago. I don't know if I put it on the channel or not, but that's like, crazy. So people are out there eating like ghost peppers and scorpions and stuff. So I'm not one of those people. But I will be trying some other hot stuff. I like hot chips. We call things in bags chips over here in America. Snacks in bags. At least potatoes or whatever, corn. Not potatoes. Potato chips or whatever, right? So I know in Britain, UK or whatever, chips mean potatoes and y'all call them crisps. So I've got some crisps over here, okay? So, but they're kind of my weakness too. So as I get more flexible, as I get more serious with my dieting, I become more accountable. So it allows me to be more flexible. And to me, that comes with time and experience, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm still going to be successful. I'm still going to accomplish my goals. But I'm not saying, as a disclaimer, I'm not saying that anybody else out there should eat what I'm eating or do what I do. And if things like this are trigger foods for you, you shouldn't bring your trigger foods into your house if you absolutely can't like ration out and be accountable for the amount of things that you're eating or drinking or whatever it is. You need to keep it out of your house. All right. Everybody can't be super flexible. But over time, as far as I'm concerned, you should be able to have more control over your food than food has over you. Just like nicotine, alcohol, weed, crack, meth, anything else. Like, I don't want to be addicted to or semi-addicted to food or anything else. I don't think you should be either. So just takes time, consistency, and finding your likes and dislikes and your tendencies and et cetera, et cetera. But you can do it. I still falter like I probably ate 300 extra calories than I wanted to last night, just delving back into this kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to be bringing Krispy Kremes and more donuts and stuff into the mix here now that I've gotten a little bit more serious. Is that like the imprint of my taco meat, of my hair coming through my shirt? Anyway, so I mentioned these last night, the blue Takis, right? So I'm like, okay, that's good curiosity marketing, because it doesn't really tell you what the flavor difference kind of is. It's like blue. I've never really seen a blue chip. So what can it be? Blue heat, blue flame. It does exist. It's got the extreme label on it. So I'm like, let's see what they're talking about here. So, leg up. All right. Chip is blue. Mostly blue. Blue spices and stuff all in it, all right? Good flavor. It's got that underlying Takis flavor. Not really that hot. But they are salty, of course, because they're Takis. So let's try another one here. Let's try a couple just to. I'm trying to figure out what this flavor, what the difference is. Is this more of a, it's like less chili-ish than the Fuego. It's kind of got that lime thing, citrus kind of thing going on, but it's not that different, right? It's not like it's some totally different blue flavor or whatever. It's certainly salty. As far as I'm concerned, they could use half the salt with all the Takis that I've ever tried, and they would be twice as good. Not just because salt is viewed upon as being bad by people, which it usually isn't if you eat enough fruits and vegetables and get your other electrolytes in to help balance out salt, namely potassium, magnesium. But just because it's just too much freaking salt. You know, but anyway. 8 grams of fat. 140 for 12 pieces. 140 calories. But anyway, on a scale of 1 to 10, if I give the Fuego a 4, I have to give them a 3.5. As far as heat goes, flavor's good. If somebody had some, I'd be like, hey, give me a couple of them. I wouldn't like be like, they're nasty or anything. They're good. But yeah, meh, whatever. And also wanted to add these to the first little video here because I'm a flaming hot guy. Pause, no pun intended, certainly, but I like flaming hot Doritos, right? So flaming hot Doritos to me are like a 4.5 maybe. So those two are below it. But to me, these are the best of both worlds when it comes to these. If any of y'all see the, there's a flaming hot Cheeto popcorn, right? That flaming hot flavor is a little bit more intense, obviously, but to me, these are the best of both worlds because you get that white cheddar taste and you get the flaming hot taste. It's like perfectly balanced, and I still have some in the bag. And I saw these, went ahead and grabbed them. I'll probably have Mexican again later this week. I'll take a few scoops of salsa, guacamole, or whatever with these. I won't even open these tonight. So again, don't buy things like this if you can't do stuff like that. But anyway, that's that. And as I said before, I'll be eating more donuts and more crap. But it's a caloric intake review, not just food, because some of this stuff is barely probably considered food by some of y'all, just like this right here, right? So nostalgia for me is Beverly bulk sausage. We call that breakfast sausage back home when I was growing up, even though breakfast sausage for most people just means like typical sausage. We call this breakfast sausage. We call these big boy wieners or big boy sausages. And Bunker Hill, it's like it wasn't the only chili, but like we would feed a family of 5 out of one of these cans. Might have been a little bit bigger when we were younger. I don't know how we did it, how my mom did it. But if you were to ask people about these now, you'd be like, ugh. And, but if you look at the label, it's like, what in the heck is that? But I grew up eating that stuff, but I know to some people it's probably barely food. But I guarantee you, if you were, you know, if it was an in the world or whatever scenario and you were starving or whatever else, if you had those 3 things in that can and Takis and popcorn, you somehow fell into a big stash or something in some abandoned store, you could live a pretty long time off of those things, I guarantee you. But anyway, that's relative, right? So, but just want to have a little fun, start my review, and then, you know, hopefully in the future I'll do some, I'll be a little bit more consistent with it. I love pizza, so want to do some pizza reviews and anything else I want to try while also being successful. So anyway, again, I'm not telling or suggesting anybody eat or do what I do or eat quote unquote junk food or whatever else. Again, you know your tolerances, you know what you can and can't bring into your house. But over time, I feel like anybody should be able to ration and divvy up your servings and have some self-control, just like you know, anything else in your life. You don't want to be under the control of nicotine or meth or any other substance. And I don't want to be under the control of freaking food. I don't think anybody else should. And, you know, just over time, you learn yourself. You learn what you like and don't like, what your tendencies are. And you kind of master and manipulate them. So Till the next time, love, peace, bacon, grease, and donut yeast. But to the least, see y'all on the next video.